Okay, this is a little bit removed from the stuff I normally talk about history-wise, but today we've come to Compton Beach. I have actually done a short on this beach, which you may have seen. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But yeah, so yeah, we've come to Compton Beach. It's one of the beaches on the Isle of Wight. I think all of the Isle of Wight beaches have got potential for fossils, but Compton Beach is where fossils are most commonly found. And what it is, they come from these cliffs. All the fossils are all in these cliffs, because these cliffs have been here for millions upon millions of years. And when the sea comes in and then goes back out, it brings a lot of the fossils out with it, and you can find them on the beach. So I don't even know if you can hear me, to be honest, because it's very loud with the wind sound. Oh, that's interesting. It's not a fossil, but it's quite cool. So yeah, I'm just having a little look. So that, I mean, I don't know anything about fossils at all. Like I said, it's not my usual thing that I talk about history-wise. But the general advice is look for dark things, because you get like fossilised bone and stuff, and that's normally very dark. And fossilised wood is apparently very common on this beach, and that will stand out. It will be very dark, very black. I mean, stop. So yeah, I'm going to have a little wander and see if I can find anything, and I will come back and let you know if we do have any finds. But I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm not going to pick this up because it's quite big, but these are quite interesting. I think these markings, they're kind of really old shells that are stuck inside this. Oh, I'm not even focusing on it. Sometimes as well you can break these open and you'll find ammonites and stuff inside them. Like, this is sometimes a sign that there's something inside. I'm just following what I've watched online. I don't know this for a fact. I'm not a fossil expert, so I might be talking absolute nonsense. So don't take what I'm saying literally. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Not exactly a fossil, but I did find a half-drunk bottle of wine that's washed up, and I just thought it was interesting because the label isn't actually English. I don't know what language this is. Oh no, balsamic vinegar. So it's not wine, it's vinegar. But the first ingredients list that comes up isn't English, it's a different language. So I'm wondering if this has come from somewhere in Europe and not from England. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm not going to drink it though. This is potentially something. I don't know for certain. I'm going just by what I've watched online. I did a quick bit of research before we headed out, and this could be fossilised wood or petrified wood. I don't know if they're the same thing, because a lot of it is found here apparently. But I don't actually know if it is. It might just be a piece of black rock, but there's quite a lot of it scattered around, and it kind of has this, like, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can hear me either because I'm right next to the sea. But yeah, I mean, if anyone does know what this is, then just let me know in the comments, because as I keep saying, I'm most definitely not an expert in these things. Apparently somewhere between this beach and the next beach further down, which you can think it's somewhere over there. There's quite a lot of fossilised dinosaur footprints, but I don't know if they're a lot further out. I don't know if they're this close to the cliffs, I'm not sure, but I will keep my eyes peeled because you never know, I might find a dinosaur footprint, and if I do I will let you know. But for now I'm just going to wander and enjoy the sun because it's actually turned out to be a really nice day. So even if I don't find any fossils, I'm having a nice walk, so can't complain. Yeah, I'm not going to show it on cam, but I was just walking towards what looked like an interesting coloured rock, and it was actually an extremely dead seal. So yeah, that's no food for me today, that's me done. So I'm going to head back down the other side. That's the only downside of doing this kind of thing. You might find interesting things, but you might also find not very nice things. So yeah, I think I'm done. Okay, so actually the next day, you can probably tell by the dramatic shift in the weather. It was lovely and sunny yesterday, and today it's drizzling and cold and just very typical British weather, but oh well. Anyway, so yeah, back in Compton Beach, and yesterday I kind of got a bit put off after I found something not very nice a bit further up, not going back up that end. But as we were leaving the beach, we were chatting to a couple of people who had found the dinosaur footprint. They actually had a photo of it and they pointed us to where it was, and we're heading up in that direction now. You can just about make out my family just up ahead, but by the time we got to it, the time was quiet, so we couldn't get to where the print was. We could see where it was, but we couldn't get to it, so we decided just to head home, and now we're trying again. So it's about an hour before low tide, according to the internet, which is always a prediction, it's not completely accurate. So we thought we'd head down and see if we can get to those rocks where the dino print is. So yeah, I'm gonna stop filming while I'm picking my way over the rocks because it is very slippery, and I have to obviously stay away from the cliffs, particularly as it's been wet and raining. The cliffs are prone to disintegrating. You get mudslides and things, so you do have to be really careful, and everything's extra slippery. So safety first and all that. So I'm going to turn the camera off, and if we manage to get safely over to where the fossils are, oh see, nearly slipped then. Right, I need to stop filming. If we manage to get to where the footprints are, I will let you know. So back soon. So the dinosaur prints are apparently just around this corner, or just over where these rocks are here. If you look, you can kind of see my family's heads bobbing around. I think they found it. But yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera off while I climb over because it is very hazardous. If I make it over, I'll show you the prints. Okay, finally managed to get down to the dino print. That is an actual dinosaur footprint from millions and millions of years ago. I cannot pronounce the name of the dinosaur, so I'm not even going to attempt to do that, but it begins with an I know that much. But that is its actual imprint. So millions of years ago, a I'm more into more recent history, like the Victorian and all that stuff. But just seeing it there, that's yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see. We've been trying all week to find this, but the tide, I mean, as you can see, the tides are